So I guess going forward, it's become clear that English content is is never going to be anywhere close to what the Hindi channels are doing. And most of the streamers speak English, but they stream in Hindi, and it's that Hinglish thing where you have to like the banter has to happen in Hindi.
Right.
They can still speak. They still all of them know English, but
Right.
you know what I mean. But I don't have that ability to communicate in Hindi, and so and plus the accents. People come to my stream and they're like, "Who are you? Why do you have a fake accent?" You know, I play CS:GO every day, and someone's like, "Hey, fake accent, band kar." And it's just like, bro. You know, like every day I hear that a couple times, and it's just like, oh. And they're like, "You're Indian." I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Why do you have an accent?" I said, "Have you not heard of people, Indians who lived abroad? Like, is that a fucking like, is that alien level like, you know, concept to you?" And so it's just one of those things where I don't know if me doing, even if I was regular, even if I streamed every single day, 8 hours a day, I wouldn't be even close to being at a sustainable pay level to do it full time.
Right.
In my opinion, unless I picked up a sponsor, and that's something I don't want to do. I mean, I would like to because you know the paycheck's great, but at the same point, I also don't like being a shill. So so it's one of those like tricky ones where it's an industry where you need sponsors to make the money, but to do that, you compromise a little bit on your integrity.
Right. Yeah. I mean, even for us, you know, like, so we've only been in actual operation, I think, for about 3 months now, and we've been trying to wrap our heads around, okay, what's the scene like? What are the spaces that we need to really understand, especially when it comes to content creation and like what can create traction? Because I mean, our backgrounds definitely heavily influence like what the brand becomes for Lobby Zero, and you know what kind of content we want to push out. So for me personally, I'm less of a competitive gamer, like more of a AAA title. I'm the kind of guy who, you know, see the grass moving in Red Dead, I'll just stare at the shit out of that grass for like an hour and be like, yo,
That is
that's
for
crazy.
some people.
That's crazy. So, but then at the same time, you know, we have Rahul, who's been in the competitive scene a little bit, and he plays, you know, FPS mostly, I guess. And then we have a couple of other guys on the team who are just from completely different, you know, spaces, but we, like me personally, I grew up watching creators like from the West, right? Like I guess a lot of the consumption of content until very recently has been like that, even for the audience in this country that are you know, kind of in the gaming space, at least PC and console, because the bulk of the content came from that side of the world. So when I found myself in India, after a wild turn of events. And the plan wasn't to be in India. Like I was I was planning to just stay in Singapore. My family's there. I just figured, you know, I get a job there, settle there. But then when I figured out, okay, this is where I'm gonna be like for a while, then I was like, you know, and when this opportunity came around where we could make Lobby Zero happen, now I'm slowly starting to realize like the content scene, these are the big challenges that we're going to have to tackle, because I think I come from a very similar mental space as you do, so I'm trying to figure out, you know, what are the ways in which
So I think I disagree with both of you.
Hold up.
on the I speak English content isn't consumed. I think that's BS. Okay. I just think like,
well, just
I need to have a strategy.
No, I disagree, because I play every single day, right? And I deal with your average viewer, let's say, right? I play Counter-Strike on community servers, and you will not believe the amount of hostility I get just because of my accent. Not through anything else. I'll just say, hey, 2CT, fake accent bunker, Ben Kilo, it just goes on. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's content. Come on,
I'm not antagonizing. I'm not antagonizing anyone. They're just hostile. Right. And there's this like, and I feel like this is your average viewer of any of these streamers. And what happens is there's this like innate or what's the word I'm looking for? Rejection of anyone that has an accent or doesn't speak a local language. And it happens all the time to me. Like, I mean, Rohin doesn't play like the community servers, like, you know, he plays Tarkov. Yeah,
but I mean, not anymore, but
but not with the accent though.
Not with this accent, bro. I get railed on.
For me, it was different. I got railed on for being a shitty player.
Yeah, that's different.
That's even worse though.
Okay.
No, I'm a good player, and like I get people, like, dude, like you try to peek something, your teammate's shooting your head. You're like fake accent, mother. It's like, oh my god. Bro.
I mean, I guess my question is, at least my statement was less of people don't. It's not that people don't watch people who speak English or creators who speak English or, you know, has an accent or whatever. It's more of now as the regional scene is developing and like kind of picking up pace, I wonder that the rift might be a little more clearer and there's an easy allocation of audience because they know, okay, you know what, you have these creators out here and I would rather watch regional creators who, you know, create content in that space rather than, you know, like someone like us. I don't know. I mean, Rohin was about to say something.
Okay, so as long as we have people in India going out and watching stand-up comedians do stand-up in English, we're good. We're good. Don't worry about it. Okay, and that number of people is increasing and increasing and increasing, and gaming is now hitting the mainstream. It is. It's on its way. It's not there yet, but it is. And there is going to be demand for content in English, whether it's with an accent, which anyway people are consuming. If you watch Linus Tech Tips or GS2 Sense or Soviet Womble or whatever, any of these guys, Jack Frag, sorry, you're an Indian watching someone with an American accent. Why the fuck can't you watch an Indian? Why can't you be an Indian who watches an Indian with an American accent? Of course you can. Okay.
There's this rejection of it. I'm telling you, bro.
No.
People reject it. I'm telling you. Okay.
I think you're too sensitive.
One of our most loyal viewers. Okay. Let me. I'll just bring this up. I brought this up in chat a couple times. Where Saksham. Okay. One of our most, he comes to every stream, guys amazing, we love him, right? And I said, and I talked to him once, and I was like, so how did you anticipate like the handover when Rohin stopped streaming and I took over, right? Like, how did you react? And he's like, at first I was like, who's this fake accent piece of shit, you know, like, and that's his initial reaction. This is a guy who consumes tons of American content, right? He watches Netflix, he watches everything out there, he speaks in English. But the second he sees an Indian talking with an American accent, he thinks it's fake. He thinks it's a facade that I'm trying to put on. And that is where I think I struggle because people literally come in, say, who are you? Why the hell do you have this accent? Do you know what I mean? Like I face this chat. I face this question in chat. I face it on community servers. And I think there's this instinct to just reject an Indian with an American accent because they're just like, no. That's if you're Indian, you speak with an Indian accent. If you're American, you speak with an American accent. And I think it's an issue. Now, Rohin thinks there's an audience for it, sure. I mean, and I guess there is in stand-up comedy, I think right now. But even that, it's like tiny compared to the local stuff.
No, obviously, like, we're definitely English is definitely going to be in the minority. But like back when PUBG Mobile was blowing up, I mean, I didn't have just an Indian audience, and I've said this before as well. I've told you that I had people from Dubai watching me, Indonesia watching me, Thailand, Malaysia, and I had Russians watching me for fuck's sake. Okay, so like I don't think it's about the accent. It's about putting out the content. Like there is a grind that you gotta like you gotta do it, man. You just gotta fucking be regular. You gotta put out the grind, and you have to build a community. That's the most important thing. And in the 5 years, like I ran the channel, that was my main focus.